Local poet and musician Lewis McCarthy was the great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson of the legendary Lewis McCarthy, the man who in a moment of divine inspiration rekindled the ancient powers of the coiled dragon, when many moons ago he planted a young rowan at the heart of the stone circle. This dragon's lair lay deep in the bowels of the earth, directly below the recumbent stone circle on the lower slopes of Benahuran. And Lewis had a dilemma. He knew how important the ancient rowan, Cruamh nan Druid, was to the local community. It protected the dragon, it protected the stone circle, it protected the rowan, it protected the dragon, it protected the stone circle, and so on. The ancient rowan, Cruamh nan Druid, protected the people of Ardlui and Lochahuran as well, and brought them much joy and creativity. But his beloved Bridget, the woman that he intended to marry, had been kidnapped by the dark-hearted Fowler Dow, a man so depraved that he tortured songbirds. And he had threatened to kill her if Lewis did not chop down the ancient rowan and pull it out the ground by its roots. He knew that he could not chop down the ancient rowan, Cruamh nan Druid. But of course he could not allow Fowler Dow to kill his beloved Bridget. What was he to do? That night, while he slept, protected by a small cross made with rowan twigs of equal length, and bound together with red thread, he dreamt of mountain hares, bounding through the skies, carrying rowan leaves delicately in their mouths. And he saw them cover the archway in his garden with so many leaves that the archway resembled two entwined living rowan trees. Then his Bridget came to him in a vision, and in that vision she took his hand, and as he walked through the archway, she picked a small handful of berries that tasted of honey from the magical rowan tree and fed the berries to him. Then she told him to show the Fowler what he wanted to see. And that was exactly what Lewis would do. Only what the Fowler would see was not what would be. And so the following evening, the wicked Fowler Dow could be seen rubbing his hands with glee and squealing with delight as he seemingly witnessed Lewis McCarthy, great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson of the legendary Lewis McCarthy, and the seventh son of a seventh son, take his ash-handled axe and wield it at the base of the wizard tree, Cruamh nan Druid. The evil Fowler Dow leapt about like a madman, his eyes popping out his head, shouting, "You fools, you fools! Do you realise what you have done? With that blasted old rowan no more, the dragon's power will wane, and I will become the power at the centre of the standing stones of Benahuran. You can have your stupid woman back if you like, for I care not whether she lives or dies, for now my power will know no bounds." And certainly this was how it seemed. But remember, things are not always quite the same. Lewis, along with his friends and family, had been busy. They had covered the standing stones and the ancient rowan in material that had been dyed black using the bark and fruit of the rowan, to conceal them from the Fowler's eyes. Then they had put sculptures of the standing stones and the ancient rowan tree in their place. The following day, when the dark-hearted Fowler Dow returned to the real stone circle at Benahuran, intent on ushering in a new era at Ardlui and Lochahuran, in which he would be the power at the centre of the stones, he began to shake with rage and shiver with disbelief. The wizard tree, Cruamh nan Druid, was still there. He screamed, for he could not believe it, and he beat the ground in frustration. The sounds of the birds singing, some of whom were so dependent on the rowan that they timed their migrations from Scandinavia to feast on the bountiful rowan berries, seemed to mock him, and he cursed under his breath. "I'll never get the better of that damned rowan tree." Then the dragon left his lair beneath the standing stones. He stretched out his long, powerful neck and unfurled massive, translucent blue and green wings. His nostrils flared and flames leapt from them and spat from his ample-sized mouth as he flew around and around the Fowler's head. He didn't attack or even try to frighten him, but he did fly close to him, open his mouth in a big, broad smile and wink at the disconsolate and beaten Fowler Dow. The people of Ardlui and Lochahuran had had a fright, but they had learned a very important lesson. Never again would they take each other or the power of the old Rowan, Cruamh nan Druid for granted. Lewis and Bridget finally did get married, and what a celebration it was, with everyone, well, nearly everyone, present to mark the occasion. After the ceremony, all the guests were given a Rowan sapling and asked to plant it in a place that was meaningful for them. Many planted the tree near to their homes to ward away evil spirits, but many of those who already had Rowan growing by their houses planted theirs near the stone circle at Benahuran. And if you were to go there today, you'd find a wonderful small Rowan forest, and at its heart, the ancient Rowan tree, Cruamh nan Druid.
Well done.
Thank you for listening.